Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yunan Konsesa, and I'm from 5A of TEFL 2 class. And in these opportunities, I would like to answer my question for the final test. So, for the answer number one, setting and reinforcing expectation for group work can greatly contribute to better managed classroom. In particular, there are two recommended strategies. The first strategy is establishing rules and procedures for moving into and out of groups. For example, teacher arranged students to sit in pair in four rows, each row beginning at the front of the room and ending in the back. To illustrate it, uh, you can assume each row comprises four pair of students, and student can work individually, pair share, or form a small group of four person without having to get up and rearrange their seat. And the advantage of this approach is that minimizes classroom disruption. The teacher can easily monitor and maintaining groups by weaving between the rows. And then the second strategies are setting expectation for group behavior and focus. So another area are worth attending to is expectation of for how students will interact as they work together. And this expectation can be written specifically for group work or more broadly to address how students treat one and another in the classroom. Either way, developing a straightforward guidelines might help create a culture of mutual respect in the classroom itself. And then for the answer number two, you can use a variety of ways to break the ice between yourself and students and among students. The first strategy is you can simply ask students to introduce themselves by name, and then you can provide time for a brief introduction, and then ask the student to take a couple of minutes to introduce themselves to someone they didn't know before they walk into the class. The third is you can decorate student desks with personalized nameplates and include a set of pencil or crayon, paper, and a notebook. And then the last things you can use is to use a placemat. Use a placemat activity to help students to get to know each other. Groups, you can group students in teams of four and have each student to sit at a corner of large square of poster size paper. And then you can ask a student to list little information about themselves in each corner, like for example family member, favorite movie, favorite music, sport, heroes, and the other. And then have them share this information and list the items they have in common in a square in the center of the paper. And then for the question number three is explain what is the meaning of elicitation in this context and give an example. So elicitation is the skill of working towards the target concept which you are teaching using simple question and non-linguistic cues such as pictures, video, or gesture, and without telling the students the form you are teaching. The idea is that if any students know the word or press for the item you are teaching, they will speak out, and if they don't, then you will know that this form is new to the whole class and you can teach it from scratch. For example, elicitation is a bit like the teachers leading a game of taboo, where you have to describe describe an object or person without saying certain words, and it's up to the student to guess for it. Uh, and then we came into the last question, the number 4 is Richard and Roger state that teachers in training need to be able to use approach and methods flexibility and creatively based on their own judgment and experience. Explain your understanding about the statement. And based on my understanding, in this section is teachers need to employ a variety of teaching strategies in the classroom. The teacher must have criteria such as confident, responsible, reflective, and innovative. And this will normally include carefully designed individual learning activities, group work, and whole class instruction. And I think that's it, my answer for the final test of TOEFL 2 5A. Thank you very much for the opportunities. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.